Good morning, all of you. Welcome back to the poem The Road Not Taken. So, there's a second part of this video. Yesterday, we have already loaded the first part, in which I've told you the background of this poem and about the writer Robert Frost. And in today's video, I will be explaining you the poem with the literary devices, new words, and rhyming scheme. So, as I told you earlier, that my this poem, it will be my teaching will be divided into 4 to 5 sections. First, the background of the poem, which I have already given yesterday, then about the poet Robert Frost, which I have completed in yesterday's video, and today we will be doing the explanation of the poem along with the critical analysis of the poem, and afterward what literary devices are used in the poem, what is the rhyming scheme of the poem, and then in the last, the central idea, the message which the poet want to convey to you, and finally we will discuss the question and answer. So by this time you are having the book in front of you, because e-books you are already seeing here on the screen, but if you will not take your pen, you won't be able to write the question, the meaning of the difficult expression or the new word. So please open your books and take a pencil or a pen in your hand to jot down the meaning of the new words and the important meaning of the important or difficult expression of the poem. Now, first I will read the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it went in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though, as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both the morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So, the 4th stanza poem is a wonderful poem. And did you remember the writer? Did you remember the poet? Yes, the poet is again a very famous person. And the name of the poet is yes, it is of course Robert Frost, an American poet. So now I will be explaining you line wise line. So you can see the first line, two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Now as you can see, I told you earlier that here the writer is standing in a point at a juncture where he can see two roads are diverged in front of him. That is, two roads are separated in front of him in a yellow wood. That means he is standing in a yellow wood. Now let me explain you the meaning of yellow wood. Yellow wood means here a small forest. And why the adjective yellow is used here? So adjective yellow is used here because it is an autumn season. when the leaf becomes golden, yellow, or brown, and the leaf started falling one by one. So here it is autumn season, and that's why the word yellow is referred here. Yellow word means a small forest where the leaves of the tree can be seen in golden or yellow color, and which is continuously falling. And here in this forest, the poet is standing somewhere near the forest where he can see two roads are diverging. Diverge means separated in two parts. That is standing in such a point where he can see two roads are separated. Okay, and I think yesterday I draw also, because we cannot draw here it properly, but you can see, you can at least see and try to understand. So suppose here is a point where the poet is standing, and two roads are there in front of him. You can see the two roads. One is A, the other road is B. The other road is B. And the poet is standing somewhere here at this point. The poet is standing at this point. I've drawn this with green, and you can see that two roads are diverging, two roads are getting separated, and he's standing and thinking that which road he should travel, whether he should travel on road A or in road B. That means the two roads are in front of him, and it is quite difficult for him to decide that which road he should travel. So what he is doing, he is simply standing and he is deciding that which road he should travel, whether he should travel on road A or on the other road. I'm sorry, I could not travel both. Definitely a person can travel only on one road at a time. A person cannot travel on both the roads. So this was the condition of the poet. He is standing at a point where he is not able to decide that on which road he should walk. Definitely he cannot walk on both the roads at a time. And be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could. Now the poet, he was looking down. That means he was looking towards the road till the last point of the road, and still he was not able to decide that which road he should travel. And he was feeling sorry that he could not travel on both the roads. The poet stood for a long time trying to see one of the road as far as he could see it while standing there. In fact, both the road he could see till the end, where he found that some bushes are there on the road, that bushes are grown at the end of the road. Until now he is not able to decide at which road he should choose. So, few questions which I would like to answer. Where did the two roads diverged? Yes, where did the two roads separated? So the answer will be the road is separated. The two roads are diverged in a yellow wood. Why did the poet feel sorry? The poet feels sorry that actually he could not travel on both the roads. He could travel one road at one time, so he was very sorry. Why did the poet stand for a long time? The poet stand for a long time that he was not able to decide that on which road he should travel. He cannot travel on both the roads together. So he was standing there and thinking deeply that which road he should travel. He stood there for a very long time. So the first stanza is completed. So once again, two roads diverge in a yellow wood. What do you mean by yellow wood? Yellow wood means that it is the autumn time, and the poet, he was traveling and he came across two diverging roads in a forest. What was his difficulty? His difficulty was that it was not easy he should take. Both the roads seemed equally good to him. So he was standing and both the roads were looking good to him. That was the reason he was not able to decide at which road he should take. The poet stood for a long time watching them, and he was thinking that which road he should take. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. So children, first of all, I would be writing the meaning of the words also. You can jot down in your book. First of all, diverge. Have you written the meaning of diverge? Diverge means branched off or divided into two parts or getting separated. Yellow wood is an forest, an old small forest where the season is autumn. The leaves are there are yellow leaves all over the forest, and it seems as if the autumn season is there. Bent means turned. Undergrowth means bushes. So the undergrowth means bushes. At the end, what did the poet see? The poet sees that both the roads are bending in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means bushes. So I hope this is clear to you. That means the poet is standing at a point where two roads are there in front of him and is not able to decide which road he should take. He should take the other road, or the road which was next to the other road. He saw the road again and again. Both the roads were looking equally effective, and at the end point he saw the bushes, the undergrowth, the bushes, and from where the road had turned. So for him, both the roads were looking equally same. Both the roads were looking equally same, and that was the reason he was not able to decide which road he should take. So the poet finds himself at an intersection of two roads, okay, and he was not able to decide. Now, in my lecture, I told you about the career of the poet. His father wanted he should become something else, and the child Robert Frost, he wanted to become the poet. So he was standing at a point where he was not able to decide that which career he should take, which career he should choose, to become something else good or to become the poet. He secretly wanted that he should become a good poet, but when he see the wish of his father, he could feel that his father doesn't want him to become a poet. He wants him to become something else, and that is the reason some critics connect this stanza with this point also, that it was very difficult for the poet to decide that which career he should choose. So